All right, so by this point, you have completed steps 1, 2, and 3 on designing your experiment. That means that you know your question, you've come up with your own hypothesis, you've identified all 3 types of variables, and now you're ready to write your procedures. So when you are moving to complete step number 4, writing out your procedures and coming up with your materials, there are some things you should keep in mind. Number 1, your procedures should be written for someone who has no idea what your experiment is about. I should be able to read your procedures and materials and do the exact same thing that you did. There is no such thing as too specific. Okay, you need to make sure that when you're doing this, you are thinking of every little bit of direction that you can give. Okay, so what I'm about to show you here is a document that basically goes through a couple bits of important information and then shows you an example of a well-written procedures list and a poorly written one. So starting up here at the top, when you write out your materials and procedures, everything should be in a numbered column. So when I get your paper back, I should see step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, okay, however many steps it takes. Secondly, your materials should include everything a person would need to conduct that experiment. Think about it like baking a cake. It includes every last bit of ingredients, and it's really important you do the same. Step 3, your procedure should be short but logical steps, right? It should make sense the order that they're put in. You wouldn't want me to you wouldn't say put the cake in the oven if I haven't mixed the ingredients yet, okay? It's important that nothing is left to question, so the person who's trying to carry out your experiment has to guess, okay? So let's look at this good versus bad or well-written versus poorly written. On the left, I hope you notice a couple things. Number 1, just how specific the person on the left was, right? They say the experiment was which gender has the bigger mouth, boys or girls. This is like our chubby bunny experiment. 3 boys and 3 girls. And you notice on the right, they just said boys and girls, right? Not the same. Same over here. 1 bag, they told me the amount of jet puffed medium marshmallows per boy and girl. So over here, they just said marshmallows. That might mean I need 1 marshmallow per boy and per girl. I have no idea. Again, specific. Then we move down to the procedures, right? And you'll notice it says step number 1, give each boy and girl their own bag of marshmallows. Instruct them to only open the bag when you say so. Over here, it just says give them the marshmallows. So again, the more specific you can be, the better. Have 1 boy and 1 girl stand up near the trash can. Step 3, explain, okay? I will let you read through this. You can pause the rest of it to see a good example versus a bad example. I'll zoom out here so you can kind of see the whole thing. But make sure that you are specific, it is numbered, and you don't leave anything up to question. This is what your step number 4 should look like. This is what an A looks like for your procedures.